guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Web3 Quick Bite podcast, the podcast where we jam to the latest beats in the decentralized world and chat with some of the brilliant minds in the Web3 industry. I'm your host, Alabisi, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by John, the head of marketing at Deep Brain AI. John has got over a decade of experience in B2B sales and business development, and he's an absolute pro when it comes to all things generative AI and strategic marketing. He's helped close some major deals and boost revenue for his client. So you just know he's going to drop some serious knowledge bombs on us today. So hi, John. It's so great to have you on the shade today.
Very nice to meet you. It's an honor to be here.
I can't wait to dive in and learn all about how we're using AI to shake up the Web3 space. But before we get right into it, let's start with you walking us through your journey from B2B sales to becoming a marketing leader in the AI avatar industry. What was your journey like?
So, to start with, my journey has been shaped by an appreciation of the technology that empowers real, meaningful connections to the digital world. So, I transitioned from B2B sales into AI marketing because I wanted to be at the forefront of this new technology and digital solutions. Working in the AI avatar industry has allowed me to blend my skills and understanding clients' needs with my interest in technology as well. It's incredibly rewarding to drive awareness to technology. And because I think I might have told you this before, but our company kind of want to bridge the gap between technology and real human. And I think I'm really at the forefront of it, and I'm very enjoying it.
Hey, that sounds interesting. So, could you give us an overview of what your company, the Brain AI, does and how it fits into the larger AI landscape?
So basically, Deep Brain AI's specialties are AI avatars. Deep Brain AI develops hyper realistic AI avatars that, again, bridge the gap between human interaction and digital communication. Our solutions, such as AI Studios, which is for text to video, and AI Human for interactive conversations, allow businesses to humanize digital interfaces. In the border of AI, um, we focus on making technology more accessible and more relatable, catering to industries from broadcasting companies to finance. So basically, it's a digital replica of a human. And again, we want to bridge the gap between technologies.
Wow. I'm going to ask more in depth questions about that, but I want to move beyond what the Brain AI does. So, can you share an example of how AI avatars have transformed a particular industry or business process?
We actually do have a lot of use cases. We're one of the first companies to actually commercialize the avatars. But one of the standout transformations has been in the broadcasting industry. AI avatars enable new news outlets to generate 24/7 content without needing physical anchors. This constant presence is in value for news agencies that want to provide real time updates across time zones. AI avatars not only reduce the operational costs, but also allow broadcasters to maintain a consistent, highly customizable anchor persona that viewers can rely on. And moreover, recently with the translation features, you can basically communicate with any um any audience wherever they want.
That that does sound interesting, but I have should I say, I don't want to call it an opinion, but while you were explaining this, something came to my head that how long do you think people are going to get used to seeing photorealistic avatars in front of on their TV screen? Do you think they're going to get used to it eventually, or where are we heading to with this?
So to be very honest of what's actually going on, the avatars already have been on the on TV. It's already on it. And because we do provide a very realistic, photorealistic avatars, people don't really have distinguished if it was AI or not. We just let them know this is an AI avatar speaking, but literally there's no like barrier for actual audience and feel uncomfortable about it because it's pretty much real already.
Mm. And there's no monotonous, AI avatars or AI robots, like something like that. They're associated with their voice having this kind of monotonous tone, and the avatars are not like that. I mean, you can't distinguish the way they talk from humans. Is that what you're saying here?
Yes, and to provide that, we also work with a lot of partner companies, and some even just specializes on their voices. So for us to provide a top-notch technology to our users, we constantly work with new partners and try to provide the most up-to-date technology in the world.
This is getting more interesting. As I'm answering each question I'm asking is getting more interesting. I am sure that there are some technical challenges, right? But can you discuss some of the technical challenges in creating photorealistic AI avatars?
So, okay, so yes, this is what we do, but we do see a slight challenge in many circumstances. But creating photorealistic AI avatars involves challenging challenges like achieving natural expression, fine tuning. Again, we mentioned the voice tuning, intonation, and with smooth reaction, accent, languages. There's a lot of things that we should consider. Um, but it's more of a proven method, but we focused on advanced metrics like PSNR and SSIM to measure the visual. And while we're continually improving, maintaining lifelike realism under various conditions, um, emotional expression still remains as a technical priority. So it has to look like it talks like a real human, but still there are parts where hard to replicate a real human. And expressing emotions is one thing, and that's what we're trying to head to in the near future.
Wow. So, um, I'm in Nigeria. I live in Nigeria, and if I turn on my TV and I'm watching the news, for example, I see people that we share the same skin color, brown skin, dark skin. So, do you guys have avatars like that? That fits the should I say the market? I'm in Nigeria. I mean, I live in Nigeria, for example. I'm a black woman. So if I let's say my favorite news channel, they now have they partner with Deep Brain and now they have avatars. So do you have avatars in that skin color and then they can talk in my local accent?
Look, of course, we service our product globally and we try to serve the needs of our users as much as possible. That's why we try to provide our studio avatars in as much variety as possible. But also, languages is something that we can't do by ourselves. There's a lot more languages in the world um, that we can control. So for these parts, we also partner with third-party partners who specializes in languages and voices. So my answer would be yes, it's already there for your local stations to use. Plus, um, recently our users are enjoying our custom avatars, which is an instant custom avatar that you can create with your uploaded video or a webcam, which basically creates you into avatars in short time.
Mm. So what how are you guys addressing the fear that people have about people using other people's likeness unethically? Is that something that you guys are trying to curtail at Deep Brain AI? Or are you saying that people won't be able to use your avatars for unethical purposes?
Basically, people won't be able to use your avatars in an unethical situation. But again, there are rising concerns regarding a technology called deepfake, and many times we are being compared with this technology as well. So, not only just trying to have our privacy and security regulations, we also try to build additional functions that can actually help protect safety as well. So that's one thing. Additionally, because of the rising concern, we also developed a deepfake detector so that we can provide it to our users to define if this is generated by AI or not. So not only within our platform, we are also trying to provide as many useful technology to our users, so that they benefit from the technology, but also feel safe from the technology as well.
Okay. Let's talk about your experience as a marketer. In your experience, what's the process of marketing a novel technology like AI avatars? What unique challenges have you faced?
This is a nice question. Marketing in AI avatars requires both education and inspiration, I would say. Many clients, well, now it's been changing recently, but many clients aren't fully aware of the capabilities or potential applications. So a significant part of our role is to educate the market. Balancing this with demonstrating direct value to your business is also challenging. So differentiating our avatars from deepfake, also I also mentioned is one challenge that we had. So I think it's a collaboration of actually educating the users of what the technology is, plus what it can do for you, not just reducing cost, but also um, increasing the creativity the AI avatars can provide, and so on. So, it's a little different to a normal marketing environment, I would say.
I read it's a follow-up question to my last question, still on educating people. Well, how do you balance educating potential clients about AI avatar technology with addressing their specific business needs?
So our avatars are visual. So luckily, we can create contents, direct contents of use cases to our users as well. So the best way for us to explain what we have is to show what we have. So we always try to create demonstrative videos to our users, indicating our avatars can act as a teacher. It can give lectures. It can answer questions. Our avatars can act as a broadcasting anchor. It can be 24/7. It's active and it can live stream. Um, I think showcasing what we can actually do gives them a broader idea of how effective this technology can be in their business.
I think the best way to actually get more people to come on board is by educating, and I think you guys are already doing a pretty job about that. Because if you can't educate people about something, then they would just be as confused as anyone. Okay, what exactly is this going to do for me? What's the value, etc., etc. So I agree on the educating people part. It's actually super important. It is. In your opinion, what industries or sectors are currently underutilizing AI avatars but have significant potential for adoption?
This I always like to talk about this topic, and I would say healthcare and hospitality sectors would be a great fit for AI avatar. So in healthcare, AI avatars can support mental health through guided sessions or act as a vital nurse, for routinal interactions, sometimes enhancing patient care accessibilities. Um, there are patients who need constant care with human touch, but many of them don't require an actual physical touch. So having having an avatar beside them and continuously communicating, collecting information, be a subject to talk to would benefit greatly, not only physically but mentally as well, is what I think. And hospitality can benefit through concierge like AI avatars in hotels or travel booking platforms offering around the clock personalized assistance. So I don't do this much anymore, but because recently there's a new release of Siri, and um, few years ago I would always explain us like Siri, Alexa with a human appearance. So basically, it can be applied anywhere with customer interaction.
So I understand the hospitality sector, but for the medical sector is what I still can't wrap my head around because most people don't like to discuss sensitive medical issues, even with professionals. They have to first take your word. Them. And so, what's now the possibility that they will want to talk to someone, an avatar, a non-human on the other side of the screen, and share have medical conversations with them? Uh, Most people have trust issues. And so I think it's going to be a big issue. I'm not the expert here. You are. I'm just speaking. It's not going to be an issue in the medical sector. The hospitality, I'm all for that. But for the medical industry is what I am not particularly sure about.
That's why it's still not there, and we're trying to work towards it. I personally think it's a great sector to have avatars because it's very hard to continuously build relationship with the personnel in a very short period of time. Right. With the custom avatars, you can create a figure that you feel comfortable with. So in that sense, um, having a digital figure that you can freely talk to is a big reduce of a barrier to provide how you feel about your body and how you feel about basically how you feel today. There are lots of regulations or standards that needs to be there regarding security and data loss and many things. But I am thinking in the near future we will have these set up as a standard and provide the medical needs that needs to be um, taken to into procedure. Basically, why I think the medical sector is a very good use case is because it's very hard and expensive to have an actual professional at your site 24/7, but continuously checking you um, and asking you questions on how you feel and what you should feel by the hourly or a minute by basis. I think this will greatly help people who actually needs the help.
Mm. Are you guys going to put the avatars to medical school, or how is it going to work?
Well, it's not a physical figure, but our avatars are actually used in many sort of training sessions as well. So, because our avatars are conversational, it can be linked with large language models. In many use cases, um, we do training, corporate training, and one of this method incorporates role playing and simulation as well. So basically, it can actually act as a very good way to for the junior doctors to actually train them their skills with consulting an actual patient. So I think this is another use case that we can deeply dive into as well.
I could go on and on, and I have so many questions about this, but then I just want us to stick to today's topic. I'll get back to them. I'll probably have to reach out to you after the show and give you and send you my list of questions I have. Because I'm super curious about this industry. I'm super curious about it. Let's I digressed a bit. Let's try to focus. So my next question will now be how do you approach measuring the ROI of AI avatar implementations for clients or potential customers?
Well, we measure ROI by focusing on client specific KPIs such as cost savings, increased engagement, and improved customer satisfaction. For instance, because we were talking about broadcasters, for broadcasters, mm, maybe it would consider the viewership constancy. Well, um, we also have lots of bank cases. Um, Banks may assess customer handling times. So, by showing measurable improvements, we demonstrate the value and long term savings AI avatars provide. And this actually is a key factor for us to prove that avatars can help corporations.
Mhm. Help is the keyword here. Help. Let's switch back to deep brain. What inspired the creation of your AI studio products and how does it fit into the broader ecosystem of AI avatar creation?
AI Studios was born from the need to simplify video creation. Many businesses struggle to produce consistent, high quality content, and we wanted to remove that barrier by making content creation as simple as typing text. AI Studios fits seamlessly into the ecosystem by providing an accessible platform that allows users to leverage lifelike avatars to convey their message without requiring extensive resource or expertise.
Earlier on, I asked you the unique challenges that you faced in this industry. What I'm also curious about now is can you share an example of a particularly unexpected use of AI avatars that you've come across in your career?
Mm. this is this is a hard question. um, a surprising use of our AI avatars has been within the corporate training space, where companies create avatars resembling well-known trainers or even executives to deliver training modules. This approach not only personalizes the learning experience, but also resonates with employees who feel a strong connection seeing a familiar face, even virtually.
Right. Uh Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. There is I have a feeling you already know what my next question is going to be. But let's talk about it anyways. There's this general consensus on social media or even out of social media that AI is going to take everyone's jobs. It might not be now, it might not be in 5 years, but sooner or later, AI is going to take our jobs. And then there are people saying, no, AI is not going to take your job. It's going to be someone that knows how to use AI. Of course, I'm not debating that. But now, how do you address concerns about job displacement when discussing AI avatar solutions with businesses? How do you sell it? I'm curious.
Well, you followed after me, help, and that's what we try to focus on. Our avatars are designed to enhance human efforts, not replace them. So we stress that avatars handle routinal, repetitive interactions, freeing up the human employees for more strategic roles. Um, let's say you're at a bank. Um, Walk-in customers have lots of questions that's very routinal and repeated. One of that questions might include, where is the restroom? If you have an avatar on stage um, to take care of those questions, it will free a lot of bankers' hands to actually have their hands on more productive um, works. So, this is how we prove prove to our customers that it's not taking away jobs; it's actually empowering the actual workers to do more productive and useful works. Whereas I'm not trying to say this repetitive, routinal interactions is not necessary, um, but have the avatar which has the ability to do it for you, do that, and then do something more strategic. So basically, by highlighting the complementary nature of the avatars, we assure clients that our solution help optimize and augment existing teams rather than reduce them.
Um, Speaking of strategic, you mentioned something about being strategic. So that inspires next question. What strategies have you found effective in building trust and credibility around AI avatar technology, especially in more traditional industries?
Hmm. So this is very direct forward, to be honest with you. We found that transparency and the clear case studies are the key, and demonstrating proven results through pilot programs and case studies from trusted brands like um, Fox 26 Houston has used our product. We're good partners with AWS. Those big names do give trust to our customers. It does give a layer of credibility, showcasing our commitment. Um, so again, I think it's very similar with the marketing procedures that I've explained earlier. I would say giving them a very visual understanding of what we can do and how we can do is the best way for us to build trust within our customers.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. But do you think more traditional industries are adopting the usage of AI avatars?
Um, I think you would like my answer and be very interested. It's not just the technology, it's not just the traditional industries. I think because we proactively work across the globe, we see different cultures, we see different companies from different countries. Their wants and needs are very different. We have many cases in Korea with Samsung, Hyundai, LG, those companies. And one of their interests is to introduce the top notch technology to their users to showcase that they're up to date, willing to engage with customer feedbacks, and try to build a more exciting and entertaining UX. And that's the reason they want to implement AI avatars. Whereas some of the Western companies would like to see proven facts of the effectivity and the actual results and KPIs. So it's really different from places to company to company. So how we try to do is we try to understand the actual needs of the customers. And because we have the core technology, I can say that we have the ability to adjust slightly to our customers so that they feel satisfied,
Mm. So satisfaction is important.
of course.
Right. And so two keywords that I've taken today, health and satisfaction. Right. Uh Looking ahead, what emerging trends or technologies do you think will have the biggest impact on the development and adoption of AI avatars?
Hmm. We're closely following we're closely following advancements in the real-time interaction and enhanced emotional response. AI avatars are evolving to become more interactive and context aware, making them valuable in areas like in therapy or real time customer service. Additionally, improved language capabilities will help avatars bridge cultural and linguistic gaps, paving the way for more seamless global adoption. One company might use an ambassador to create an avatar to service their clients globally. It will have a constant message with a constant figure, but an understanding avatar of the language, but not only the language, but culture is what we see. And that's what we're headed to.
So the future is bright, right? I mean, the future is bright. Uh, well, I for one, I nerd over technology a lot. I love to learn more about how the world is evolving. I'm always super curious to know what's going to happen in the next 5 years. I mean, sometimes I daydream like, okay, I'm using a certain form of technology now. What will I be using in the next 5 years? Am I going to have a robot that is going to be my best friend, that is going to be my home girl? Or what is going to happen in the next 5 years with technologies? I really nerd out over technology a lot, and this has been an interesting conversation. And trust me, you're going to be getting mails from me. Hi, John. I read about this today. What are your thoughts on this? Should I be worried? Should I be scared? What do I need to do? And all that. So I love to learn more about how technology works. And this has been an enlightening conversation. It has been an enlightening conversation, really, because AI just came from nowhere. I know AI has been in the works for a long time, but it's just that they just came out from nowhere in recent times. And that is what everybody can talk about. AI, 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 AI. It's like an endless chant. AI, AI, AI. I mean, this was an interesting conversation, and I am going to hold you to your words because you assured me and the listeners that deep brain AI avatars are not going to take our jobs. Nah, yeah, are only going to help us and keep us satisfied too. That was indeed reassuring. For people looking to learn more about deep brain AI, where can they find resources to learn more about the company, the project, and whatnot?
Deep Brain AI is our company name, but we want to provide our users a full studio. So we renamed our domain to aistudios.com. So anyone interested, search AI Studios or aistudios.com and feel free to browse around. If you have any questions, feel free to leave any comments and we'll be there for you.
Right. Awesome. So I'll be linking the website in the episode description. So for anyone who wants to check it out, you can be our guest. And if you have any questions, just like John said, they will be there to answer any questions you might have. And that wraps up today's episode of the Web3 Quick Bite podcast. We hope you enjoyed the discussion because I did. I was able to nerd out a little bit and ask burning questions I've always wanted to ask. And if you have any feedback or questions, please reach out on social media or send an email to web3quickbites@gmail.com. Thanks again to our guest, John, for joining us. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more exciting content. So be sure to subscribe and tune in. Bye.